online and we're just constructing our custom grid. So bear with us. This is one of the hardest things to do as a stream host. In fact, I think it's our pole sitter who is hosting tonight. So he's got to reset everybody, and we need to make sure that all of our drivers start on their setups, get their setups loaded. Please don't forget your setups, people, and especially your starting tyre as it should be. Although I think this might benefit. Who was it that started?
Justin,
far down? Justin, yeah, because he won't be able to select 3-lap-old softs. So, yeah. So, I think Carrera Fan's here watching along. I forgot to say hi to Carrera Fan. So he's supporting the stream. Good to see. I think Will needs an invite. Several other people. I don't know if Ollie will get one, because it could well have been him that his connection that crashed the whole thing, or the late join possibly. No, it looks like lots of people getting ready. So we may have 16 or 17 drivers take the grid. Bruno's flashing on a low connection to my side, as is Will. So not looking great on that.
Lightning just sent me a message. He was saying this gives a huge advantage because not just Justin, but everyone has fresh tires. And he's saying maybe opens up the chance for medium, soft, or soft, medium.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's still a job to make the softs last long enough.
Yeah, they really only have about a 5-lap window, and after that, you're really just kind of carrying them around the track.
Yes. Yeah.
I think if my memory serves me correct, the strategy was 8 laps for softs. So, keeping that in mind, I guess with a fresh pair, you could probably go maybe 9 if you wanted to. But I would still probably expect to see people using two medium tires.
Yeah, I think that's true. That's true. Oh, we had a quick start there. I think we are going to get going in about 30 seconds time. So hopefully we'll get everybody back on the stream. I know there was a unavoidable delay restarting. It crashed my game, so I wasn't able to quickly switch between sessions, and therefore, as the host of the stream, it cut the stream out. So hopefully we'll get everybody back. Interesting to see what Will can do from the back tonight. I'm sure his supporters will be giving him their best.
Yep. Barmy Army always there.
Until something happens to Will, and then they're not there anymore. So they don't hang around.
70% of our viewership.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, so more info from Lightning. He was saying he confirmed the 5 laps are good for softs, and that mediums can generally last around 12 laps.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I believe there's 28 laps in this race, so yeah,
That's right.
I would definitely say there. I don't know if we'll see any soft mediums, but it would be interesting to see if maybe some of the quicker drivers go for that kind of strategy, just trying to get them towards the front.
Oh, the one thing I need to check is, are we going to have a formation lap?
Yeah, that is a good question.
Sometimes we don't when we restart the stream. It'd be useful if someone could tell me pretty quickly. Or I might deliberately call the start of the race from the formation lap. I'll risk it and make sure we actually call it.
We could just commentate the formation lap like it's a race lap.
Yeah.
So, drivers are readying up, getting their strategy set.
Too much information from Fry Pepper in the chat. About what he's doing to get ready. We're looking forward to a clean race and hopefully plenty of finishes tonight. Bruno's the one still scrolling. Here we go.
It looks like, yeah, formation lap.
Good stuff. Okay. A bit of a relief as Dawadek burns away just as before. Clearly a tactic.
Yep.
Maybe he's
This
just
one
keen
makes
to avoid any DSQs.
Yeah, this time it makes a little more sense to me because I believe he probably wants to get those tires at least a little bit worn in.
Yeah.
Because they are fresh, very cold, so he wants to get as much heat into them as possible. His Lightning, I think, left most likely will get invite. I'll send him one now.
So
Oh!
FedEx runner.
Oh no! Front pepper's in the wall!
Interesting. Okay.
Just came out of the hairpin and spun. I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know if this game has the same safety car or formation lap rules as real Formula 1 does. It looks like he might be able to get his position back.
Yeah, he does look to be getting there. It doesn't seem to often matter, particularly if you get out of order, as long as you avoid contact. FedEx runner has forgotten to load his setup, sadly, so that could really compromise him. Or it could be great for his tyre wear. It's very difficult to say. If you go for a neutral setup, it might actually do your tyre wear a little bit of good.
Yeah, the wear is really bad at this track. Or maybe Lightning's out altogether. I don't know.
Yeah, Lightning's gone, hasn't he? Hopefully he'll be able to come back. We can get an invite out to him. So
yeah,
it looks like everybody, the tire strategies look correct to me. Interestingly, you've got Trunders electing for the softs, hoping to gain positions at the start from down in the order, and hang with the top 7 or 8 drivers. Try and hang with their strategy. We did see a couple of drivers make something similar work last night, at least in the early stages of the race, but it's a gamble for sure.
Yeah, if you're not able to gain those positions off the start, then it's almost it almost is just a wasted strategy at that point.
Yeah.
You really do have to gain positions if you're starting not in the top 10 on softs.
Yeah, agreed. Well, the drivers are all getting ready. Looks like we will do without Ollie with a Y, and hopefully Lightning will be able to get back in. I wonder if maybe Branch, after the first lap or so, we can maybe get him an invite. All the same, we're about to get going. We've got 5 lights. It's lights out and go, go, go as Dawadek pulls away from the Red Bull, who gets a tremendous start of the inside. Looks to try and hang on to Dawadek. Oh, the great drive from Dawadek, nice and patient as his teammate FedEx runner stays third. And it looked like Dawadek was gonna get himself got at the start there, but no, he managed to defend it. We've got a lot of action into the hairpins. We've got Snarf defending from, I think Pricey has got already up to 5th place.
Fantastic start on the mediums.
But we've now got Snarf chasing him down. Have we? No, it's just that draw distance issue that we've got. Snarf up the inside of Pricey, turns in ahead of Pricey, defends to the outside, and looks to presumably power out onto the second long straight and tuck into the left to try and avoid getting his inside taken. Yeah, successfully defending again. Pricey trying to make the best of this one, but Waitsy ties a cheeky move up the inside. Pricey has none of that, and I think Waitsy will now be left defending from David further down the grid. FedEx has lost out to Cohen at the start there as well through those first few corners. Cohen looking to make hay right now. Go ahead, Branch.
Extremely aggressive on his first lap. Right after that move he made on Pricey, David tried to make a move on the inside, and he just basically pushed him off the track and make sure he kept the position. So we'll see if that continues throughout this first lap, as Dawadek has gained a 1.5 second lead already on the man in second place.
Quite typically, he powers in an early fast lap with clear track ahead of him, confident on his tyres, and tries to break the DRS. The tower is incorrect right now, so we're just trying to stay with the action as best we can as it all sorts itself out. I hope Lightning will get back with us. because he had a good qualifying, and I know he puts in a lot of work. Pricey chasing down FedEx runner, who, remember, FedEx is on a compromised setup. This is not his race setup normally.
FedEx seems to have some pretty strong straight line pace though compared to Pricey.
Indeed, I think that's partly down to traction and the difference of the tyres. Pricey would do well to stay with FedEx here and try and live with him until his tyres drop off or he pits. FedEx defending really hard up the inside. Pricey being forced to take the outside line. Switches back. It's all action through that chicane. Pricey gets by. Yeah, beautiful move.
That is just almost unheard of to be able to make an overtake like that. He made it look easy. That was just great driving right there.
Very nice. Yeah, I wonder if the ball is out of play in the football match he's watching at the same time. But the order at the moment is, from the start, Dawidek got away, despite a strong challenge from Frypepper, with Cohen in third, as we've got a yellow flag in Sector 3, but DRS will be available if that doesn't trigger something major. I don't think anything dramatic has happened with regard to a safety car. Okay. Yeah, well, certainly Quinith is at the foot of the field at the moment after showing well in qualifying.
He's not in front wing, and he's into the pit wall, and that is going to be his session over.
Another early exit then for Quinn. Sadly to see him out. I think we talked to him quite early in last week's coverage branch, but yeah, hopefully that isn't going to trigger a safety car for the rest of the field.
It doesn't seem like it has. I think if it was going to happen, it would have happened already.
We've got big gaps at the front of the grid, so forgive us for not focusing too strongly on there, but there is much closer action further down. FedEx, the lead of something of a train forming behind him. Oh wow, we rode on board the side pod of Snarf as he got FedEx runner up the inside. FedEx clearly struggling on this setup he's got, but he gets DRS. He's going around the outside on the way down to the second chicane. Snarf holds his line. FedEx going side by side. Clean racing so far from these guys. I think that's going to let Wakesy through. Apologies for the camera work. Well, apparently it's more important to watch gormless marshals. But no. Wakesy does get the job done.
Extremely clean racing.
I think a lot of side-by-side action meant that FedEx has picked up a penalty already to branch.
Yeah.
I see safety car.
Oh, safety car.
I saw a safety car on the list. Let me reset the
lightning
grid.
DNF at the second chicane, as we see a lot of people diving into this really early.
Oh yeah, lap 4 for the soft tyres. People making that really early switch to strategy. Snarf, FedEx, Wakesy,
gets held up in the pits.
Everybody on the soft tyres who started outside of the top 3 have all pitted now. Nice cheap pit stop for them, but it does mean they're going to have to reconsider, probably go for a double medium strategy now.
Storm is on hards.
Okay.
That is a interesting strategy. I'm not gonna harp on it too much because it could, with how many laps we have left, it could be a pretty smart strategy. But I just don't even know if those tires could last that long.
You know, he said last night he had his own idea of strategy, but he wasn't going to talk about it on commentary. I do wonder if that is his plan. That was his plan all along. He was keeping his cards close to his chest last night.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if it's able to work. I'm wondering. I assume if this is the strategy he was speaking of, then he's most likely practiced it.
True.
So maybe we will see some pretty good pace from him on these hards. Obviously not necessarily at the beginning, because as we know, under safety car conditions, these tires are almost impossible to keep heated.
Yes, absolutely. But after that safety car, we'd obviously seen a lot of pit stops, but starting the hard restarting from the safety car on the hard tires is very, very difficult.
Dawidek is in.
Interesting. Dawidek.
Frypepper stays out.
Cohen in as well. Yeah, Frypepper may be gambling on an early stretch, or he's just committed to his strategy potentially, because he will have seen Dawidek come in, so he could have followed him.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a pretty interesting race so far. There's so many different strategies already.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the guy. This is interesting.
Just looking at the penalties, and FedEx has got 3 seconds. I'm pretty sure that was track limits going side by side through so many corners. The walls are a fair distance from the white line here, so you can do it, but it does cost you penalties. Bruno on a 5 second, and Trunders has got a drive through. I wonder if that was a jump start.
I don't think so, because I think it would have shown it to. I think that was speeding in the pit lane.
Ah, okay. Yeah, interesting stuff. Where's Will at the moment? Will's P11. Remember, he started at the back.
One of the people who pit onto medium tires at the end of that lap. Only 4 people have stayed out, which is fairly surprising.
Yeah.
I would have maybe expected some of the guys who were running on mediums to stay on them a little bit longer.
Still a big gap down to 1st to 14th. Would it be worth Fry Pepper heading in the pits if the safety car stays out, or is he now kind of committed?
I think he's committed at this point. If he was going to pit, it would have been when Dawidek did it. So I don't see him coming in now. It would really just it would be a waste essentially.
Mm-hmm. Well, big shame for Lightning, who was really excited about the opportunity to race well with Thod and Prime missing. Maybe a hollow sense of victory if he had one, but yeah, as he's already said, he's going to be sad for the rest of the week now. But there's always Formula C on Tuesday nights to cheer yourself up.
Is safety car going in?
I believe it is, yeah. Fry Pepper is at the head of field now. He launches not dramatically away from the start, leaving Death Dragon behind significantly. It looks like he's managed to get a good enough gap on Pricey as we go green. Everybody crosses the line. Nothing too dramatic going on, as I caught a glimpse of the back of the grid there. Are you seeing anything, Branch?
Trunders went in immediately and served his drive-through now, so he's going to be a little bit farther back, but it shouldn't be too big of a problem for him.
We've got the 2 Williams cars together in 3rd and 4th, and Dawidek looking to correct that situation already. He's on those fresh tyres. He's
really trying. No DRS after a restart for 2 laps.
But David making life difficult for him.
Well.
He goes running outside Dawidek. Wheel bangs. That went wrong. Dawidek is going to lose loads of places there. A little bit of impatience possibly.
Yeah, that turn right there. If you go wide into it like he did,
yeah,
you have to back off if there's someone to the other side, because you just can't get through that corner if you try it the way he did. And
absolutely,
it costs positions.
And bad news for him, he was compromised on the way out, and Will has got past him, and we know Will's got single lap pace, so it might be more difficult for Dawidek to get past Will, who's on his own recovery drive this race, as they all enter into the hotel section. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting race as regards to Dawidek and of course AlphaTauri's attempt to take the lead of the championship. It's all to do for them on lap 7.
Yeah, at the start of this race, it looked like they were poised to take a major lead in the constructors, and at this point, they won't even be taking it if they score this amount of points.
Well, not with Cohen ahead of them as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really this is a prime opportunity for them to get past Prime. I didn't even realize I used Prime until after, but they're gonna really need to make quick recovery here.
Absolutely. FedEx though will be surprised to see Dawidek behind him, and I'm sure quietly gratified. I'm pretty sure they'll be in a party together talking through strategy, which is fine and works well between teammates, as long as one of them isn't having an accident and starts raging. That would be off-putting.
Cohen makes a move into 4th place, passing David on that last straight. So
nice, yeah, nice work from Cohen.
Trying to reconcile any points Haas could get in this race.
Cohen is on fresh mediums, and yeah, David says have run from the start. So Cohen looking pretty good at the moment. He's on that alternate safety car pit strategy, and he's the lead of that field right now. So it's looking like it's promising for him at the moment, but I really don't think, I think it's far too early to say what the right strategy is tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait until the last lap. Really, I think I don't know what's gonna happen.
Then we can be really bold and say which is the right strategy on the last lap, can't we?
Yeah.
Looks like Dawidek passing his friend and key rival Storm, our joint server owners. Storm didn't apparently make that too difficult, but Storm's on hard, so won't have a lot to fight with right now. FedEx skipping across, making life much easier for Dawidek there. Yeah, I think he got it wrong in the fast S's section and skipped and jumped across the infield. Dawidek's chasing Snarf, who just got it wrong on the way out of the hairpin, so that will help him no end. Snarf defends. Dawidek will be right alongside here, and this is where it went wrong for him last time. Dawidek puts himself again in that vulnerable position, a bit more cautious, and stuffs up Storm by cutting across his bow. Further back, Will is passing, I think, FedEx runner. Snarf still defending.
Chicane as well. Can he make it happen again? Snarf. Oh, what a move.
Look at these drivers just dancing around, tiptoeing around these corners. Storm putting himself in harm's way on the outside of Snarf as well. But yeah, Dawidek got the better of that exchange and is now up to P7. His teammate FedEx P10. And I think he did manage to get back ahead of Will. Looks like Snarf just got a huge tank slapper and lost 2 places as well. He's defending up the inside. FedEx is going to be careful. He's FedEx racing a legacy Michael Schumacher helmet, it looks like, tonight. Round the outside of turn 1.
Oh, Will's there now. This is just a
wow, look at these 3 guys running super dangerous round here. It's anybody's game as FedEx steps up the inside. Will thinks, no, I'm having the outside here, and FedEx goes down another place. Apologies for the camera work again. Here comes Will on the way out of the hairpin, side by side. He's got the inside line on Snarf. This is a great passage of action from Will here. Well, up 2 or 3 places.
And he is really fighting right now. As there's people coming up behind these cars, there is going to be a 5-car pilot going into this turn.
Bruno clears out a braking marker, yeah. I thought that was debris, so that would have been even worse, but yeah.
FedEx making a run on the Snarf now. This has just been an absolutely fantastic battle so far.
It really has.
Not just only are they battling, but it's been close and... Oh, Snarf's out as I was saying it! I was going to say it's been clean battling, and then he puts himself in the wall.
Is that a safety car again? I keep losing my icons. A VSC at least.
That is a VSC, okay.
And
so we could see some pits here from the guys in the front. They are coming around the last corner. I would not be surprised at all to see Fry Pepper pit. I don't know about Death Dragon and Pricey.
Surely Fry Pepper will. Yes, Fry Pepper dives into the pits. Good call, Branch. His tyres look like they're dying anyway. So he's going to drop back down again. Cohen's going to inherit the net lead, I fancy here. It's only a virtual safety car.
Seems like the only 2 come in so far.
So David making a choice to go off on those 9-lap-old mediums. I wonder if more drivers will reconsider that.
An interesting move by David. He put himself onto softs. So maybe just saying the softs are going to be the middle stint. That's not too terrible of a strategy. So
yeah, I do think those 9-lap-old medium drivers, Death Dragon and Pricey, might live to regret not taking advantage of a slightly cheap safety car there. You were saying, Branch, that these tyres typically last about 10 laps at race pace.
10 to 12 laps, so
right.
I would expect them to pit in the next 2 or 3 laps anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe they're thinking they can gain some positions off of Frypepper, who's pretty far back at this point.
We're back to green racing again, and Cohen is in third. Dawadek's recovery sees him in fifth so far. FedEx just jumps up to 8th as I read his name out on Justin. Justin dropping down, I think may have had an issue there because he just dropped behind Bruno as well. Bruno showing well tonight in comparison to last night's pace.
Yeah, possibly just being able to race last night is giving him some extra pace here.
Let's have a look at Bruno in the McLaren. It was a good car to be driving last night, for sure.
On the back of FedEx.
Yeah.
See, Storm is on the
Storm
side of the track. What happened there?
Yeah, Storm's ghosting. He's heading in the pits. I wonder if he hit the wall. He was ghosting.
Yeah,
quite badly.
I think he's missing a bit of his front wing there. That
bad luck continues for Storm. It really has been a difficult few weeks for him. Yeah.
What's going on here?
It's a penalty being held at the pit stop, but it looks like that front wing is coming off. An identical one is already still on the car underneath, thanks to Codemasters. But a new one gets put on and he goes away. So yeah, that was clearly some contact. I did see a penalty come up for FedEx for a severe contact with Storm earlier on. So, but that was considerably earlier. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Snarf is another driver saying he forgot his setup. I did my best to remind people. Bruno, yeah, heading backwards, so must have made a mistake. Looks like
Frypepper making up a couple of positions because of that. He's in front of Justin now. Yeah, at this point, speaking on the battle for the constructors right now, FedEx is ahead of Justin, so you gotta think, with him being ahead of Justin, it's Dawadek's job now to get ahead of Cohen.
Right.
Is just absolutely crucial. Especially if Dawadek can somehow get up there and get a win. Is Frypepper around the outside of FedEx into a 90-degree corner? I did not expect to see it pass there.
Okay. No, sadly I wasn't watching that. I was watching Dawadek, who's very close behind Waitsy, and looks like it's about to get racy there. Justin also close behind FedEx runner, but let's have a look at 4th and 5th. Yeah.
Waitsy got a little wrong coming out of that fast section and allowed Dawadek to close up a bit there.
It looked like Dawadek almost had a sympathy spin as well. Maybe it was just dirty air effect. There's your top 5 on screen in one run, so very, very close racing here. We'll join on board with Dawadek. Yeah, absolutely.
Very quickly.
He's got good speed.
Like he goes on the inside this time.
Yeah, Waitsy didn't defend there. I think he knows Dawadek's got tremendous pace and doesn't want to get involved in an accident. Looks like Pricey is challenging Death Dragon, certainly trying to get up the inside, but no go through there. He's got Cohen paying attention behind him.
Crucially down the order, Justin makes a pass on FedEx.
Right.
Not at all helping the cause of AlphaTauri trying to win this Constructors' Championship with just 4 races to go after he finish up tonight.
Absolutely, and presumably Prime will be back in his normal race seat. So this is the night for AlphaTauri to really make their gains if they're going to try and take the Constructors' Championship. But it's not going right, and yeah, the pole sitter curse continues. Cohen went wide. We had a respite from the pole curse last night with our pole and winning combination. Bruno saying every car was lagging. I think just like when you get on a public bus and you can't spot the weirdo, I'm afraid if you can't spot the weirdo, you're that weirdo. And Bruno, if every car's lagging, I'm pretty sure you're the one with the lag.
That was on the inside of Cohen, and he gets the pass done.
Very nice job.
That would be really recovering here. At this point, I believe Death Dragon and Pricey probably do not have a choice but to pit at the end of this lap.
This is it. They did have safety car period on the medium, so they may get an extra lap. It looks like Cohen, just having a little challenge, showing himself in the mirrors to Dawadek, but Dawadek was unfazed. His eyes are forward, only on the next victim ahead of him. And yeah, it looks like Pricey struggling around now to get traction out of the corners. Pricey maybe not making life too difficult for Dawidek, who goes down the inside, locks up, but gets the job done.
Waitsy past Cohen as well behind them.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. But Waitsy and Cohen on similar age tyres, so it could just be that train effect really helped Waitsy there. Let's check in with Death Dragon, see what happens. Does he decide to pit? Some more empty track for you.
I expect to see Pricey because it seems like he is really struggling on those tires right now. Death Dragon is staying out another lap. Pricey also staying out another lap.
No, Pricey does dive in. No, you're right. Yeah, it looked like he cut across the pit entry line, but no, he didn't commit. Just a strange camera angle. So Dawidek, you've got to expect Dawidek will retake the lead on the next DRS zone if he even waits that long.
He's not going to do it through this section like he did against Pricey in the last lap, but he is right on the back of Death Dragon. Not at all be surprised to see him fly past him unless Death Dragon's setup is a little bit more geared towards straight, but it looks like Dawidek has a huge amount of speed.
Yeah, move for the lead, and Dawidek resumes his race order back to the natural order of things for Dawidek, and he can get back onto his race strategy. Of course, he may end up having to pass these drivers again later in the race as the pit stops shake out. We still may have safety cars to come. We've already had two caution periods with, and we're only halfway through the race.
Yeah, Pricey gets passed by Waitsy on that straight there.
So decisive driving from Waitsy tonight. No dramas, lots of good overtakes, and if this is Waitsy feeling off colour, he'll be hoping for a similar feeling every week because it's looking really good for him right now.
Yeah, he's been strong all day long today.
Yeah.
Picking up the slack for his teammate who was out pretty early on in today's race.
Absolutely. FedEx down to 9th.
Death Dragon's still staying out, as is Pricey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really understand that. It's pretty obvious at this point that at least Pricey is struggling on those tires. I would think that you'd want to get off of them at that point. Possibly maybe trying to stretch long enough to make it a one-stop? I don't think they've come in yet. No, they haven't. So I guess that's the idea, but the one-stop just doesn't really work all that well at this point.
Speaking of one-stop, Storm went on to softs, so we will never know whether the soft-hard strategy was going to work. Definitely, and it's definitely a talking point. We were looking forward to looking. I see Waitsy really very, very racy on the back of Death Dragon. Death Dragon weaving around a little bit, unpredictable lines down that second straight. So Waitsy understandably plays the patient game, but he's really being held up. You can just see the grip difference. What happened to Justin?
Justin's put himself in the wall coming out of the chicane leading into the second straight. It looks like he lost traction and put it into the wall. I'm not...
We have another safety car. Another safety car branch.
That is going to put spanner in the works for just about everything
yeah, but look, perfect for Death Dragon and Pricey, who I'm sure will go in and get a cheap pit stop. But what does Dawidek do? Dawidek pits.
Also going in.
Well, a great defense from the undercut from Dawidek here. Does this mean everyone's going to pit? Pricey, Cohen, Fry Pepper, even on 4-lap-old mediums decides to pit. So does Will. We'll have a look. FedEx Runner's the next one to come through. Is he going to go in? I'm sure he will. He's on 10-lap-old mediums. Let's make use of this pit stop. Everybody's going to pit, and it's going to completely nullify any pit stop delta. The only one who may not elect to is Storm, running around in 11th. He could get some track position here, but he is on 3-lap-old soft, so he might also decide to change tire. Let's have a look with him.
He will.
He will. Yeah. Is he going to go on to Inters next for Storm? It's really just anything. Every tyre option. Yeah. Let's just stay with him. Medium tyres are ready with the Red Bull crew. No, Storm playing it sensible. These will get him to the end, I think.
Yeah, most likely. We did see Pricey and Death Dragon go on to softs. That is an interesting call right
bold
there.
choice.
As did really happen.
Yeah, bold choice on this stage of the race. I mean, the conventional wisdom would say medium, but I guess we could have another safety car.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't really expecting a safety car in this race, and so far we've gotten 2 along with the VSC. So, and I think it really happened within the next 12 laps or so.
Dramatic races. The pattern of dramatic races in Division 1 has been running for maybe 6 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, lots of stoppages, very few finishers. At the moment we've got 11 cars running, but it's early days. So, lap 16, the order is Dawadek on medium tyres. Everyone's on fresh tyres, but Dawadek on mediums, Death Dragon and Pricey are on softs. Cohen in 4th, Waitsy and Fry Pepper all on mediums. Then you've got soft tyres for Will, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, and David. Then back on the mediums, Trunders, FedEx and Storm, who of course will gain all that time back under the safety car and be able to completely reset his race, because it was all looking pretty dire for Storm after contact with the barrier and getting damage. Dawadek is delaying the field in anticipation that the safety car is going to come in, but I think Storm's too far back off the tail.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get at least one more lap, which should help with some of the soft runners at least, allowing their tires to possibly last one more lap, but I don't think they're going to be able to go 11 laps anyways. They're probably going to have to pit again.
We're going to get fireworks in the restart, I think. It's going to be really hard to track, because these guys are going to be really keen to get moving up the grid. Meanwhile, of course, Dawadek will be the stop in the bottle, and we know he's got tremendous restart lap pace. But I have to say, and I really don't want to say this, but Dawadek's record of safety car restarts, not so good.
Not the greatest.
No. He's definitely reported the safety car several times for ruining his race, and I think his main rival is Bernd Mailander.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Bert Mailander has received death threats this season from a certain CPI underscore Dawadek. Nonetheless, though, he, at least as of now, it seems okay. He did pretty well on the last safety car restart, if I remember correctly. At least that was when it spun. But we'll see.
Any news from our retired drivers? I haven't seen many comments.
Yeah, not much, unfortunately. But so Justin being taken out of this race, I believe he was in 9th or 8th when that happened. That is just, I mean, that's crucial for AlphaTauri, who are both sitting in the points currently.
Yeah.
I don't really know the math on if Cohen being in 4th would be enough to keep him, to keep Haas close, but with the two of the 3 drivers ahead of him being on softs and most likely needing to pit again, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he ends up finishing 2nd.
Yeah. Well, it's all to do for FedEx runner who gets to restart this race from P10. We will go racing very shortly, it looks like, but FedEx has also got a 6-second penalty to serve. So unless he can get it deducted in the incident reports after the race, it's not looking good for his contribution to the points tonight for the team. We're going to restart. The lights are out on the safety car. And yeah, looks like everyone just weaving around. Crucial moment for Dawadek here. What do you do in his seat, Branch? Where do you elect to go?
I would probably wait until after the final corner.
Really?
If I'm being honest. Yeah, just make them sit on the track a little bit.
Here he goes.
Right as on the exit. He got a pretty good exit. I don't think that Dragon is going to have a chance of catching him.
Not into turn 1 anyway.
Not much movement going on. Fry Pepper, who was our 2nd place man, sitting in 6th right now, was on the back of Wakesy, but is back up a little bit since then.
Just watching the lead. The gaps haven't closed up too much. In fact, I think Pricey's gained on Death Dragon and nudges him into the hairpin.
And we've not lost Will, but he is he spun going into the inside of that chicane. And
battle for the lead. Death Dragon is going to get by Dawidek on traction only and slipstream, so gets him down into turn 1. My apologies, Branch, but that was for the lead.
That is a huge move there. And Pricey's making a move as well.
Yeah, Pricey's going to do the same. Dawidek has not got his tyres up to temperature.
It's either that, or it's possible for me at least that maybe he's letting them through knowing that they have to pit again.
Well, a bold decision if that's his choice, to give up track position.
He puts himself in vulnerable position to the man who he needs to finish in front of him, Owen.
Yeah. Plus, of course, he's confident of his own pace, but who's to say what the rest of this race will hold? Yeah, definitely.
Not much movement going on right now as Pricey picks up the penalty there.
It looks like Will dropped down on those soft tyres. He was together with David. Branch.
He went down the inside of, I believe, Fry Pepper and just hit his side pod and spun and lost all his positions.
Things are looking pretty close there. Battle for 5th, 6th, 7th. Waitsy on mediums and Fry Pepper on mediums, leading David on the softs. They'll be vulnerable coming out of the hairpin. And the hairpin effect, the traction out of the hairpin is compounded by the switchback corners ahead of it that really rely on strong grip. So if you've got a tyre delta at that stage, it's going to be really difficult. DRS not yet available to our drivers, but the Waitsy and Fry Pepper do manage to get away from David there on the first straight. Storm close behind Trunders. FedEx has lost out to Storm. FedEx really struggling on this default setup. I think he's on.
Yeah, he has definitely not been able to match the pace of his teammate, which isn't necessarily something that you would expect from someone like FedEx, but
yeah,
he has really been far off the pace.
But then his teammate is Dawidek, and we saw the pace Dawidek had in quali, and we regularly see Dawidek's hot lap times. Just about race consistency. That's his key working area, I know, for Dawidek, something he doesn't perhaps spend quite long enough on in his practice time. Pricey driving a strong race, considering he's watching 2 screens, I think, at least, if he's not listening on the stream as well.
Dawidek seems to be managing. Oh, excuse me. Dawidek seems to be managing that gap pretty well, keeping himself within 1 second, making sure he has DRS. I don't think he's going to try and battle with any of them. It would be a little bit of a hindrance to at least do that, because it would allow Cohen to close up.
Yeah.
He's kept himself out of DRS range with Cohen, so that is really going to be a benefit to him.
One driver not out of DRS range is Pricey, who's looking for a late lunge. Oh, he gives it up, but I think he lives to fight another day on the next straight. Beautiful line out of the corner from Pricey. I think he's going to underlap him through that corner before he even switches the switch. Job done. So much so that Death Dragon's coming back. Pricey gives him some room, gets the inside the next corner, and yeah, authoritatively retakes that position. Good track knowledge, good grip knowledge from Pricey. Stars of the show really are going to be those marshals, but there comes Pricey in the lead, and he will want to get as far away from Death Dragon as he possibly can, because Dawidek won't be able to stay with them both if he can't make a pass on Death Dragon.
Yeah, and even if those soft tires were able to last those 10-11 laps, they were burning them out right now with all this battling. It's really, really not beneficial.
No, absolutely. I know Pricey was talking up his ERS management ability around here, particularly at the end of the race. I think he says he barely uses it in the first half of the race. So we'll see if that rings true. But he is getting away. I think he's got out of DRS in half a lap. Oh, it's just closed back in. I don't know.
I'm not sure if he got the detection. We'll see in a second. And Death Dragon does not have DRS, but Dawidek does.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be able to catch up. He's pretty far back, but that is
hanging with him.
Yeah.
As you say, Dawidek just hanging with him, but of course, Pricey's going to get away. I think if he can stay out of DRS, but maybe Pricey made a small mistake on braking because Death Dragon considerably regained that gap.
He closed that gap pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Will is out of the race, so we
Will's
have 10
gone.
10 elite racers now. Unfortunate for the Barmy Army.
Yeah, I wonder if the Barmy Army are calling their jets with regard to. It is another one. Is that down to Will? Has Will caused the accident?
I think it might have been. I'm seeing on the exit of that first chicane is where his dot sits. So it looks like he might have done the same thing Justin did earlier on. So that is going to lead to essentially a 5-lapper.
Pit stop for Pricey. Pricey pits. So does Death Dragon. Dawidek will, of course, resume the lead on.
Waitsy's in.
Good tyres. Waitsy goes in. Wow. Okay. Lots of drivers pitting at the moment. Cohen stays out. Fry Pepper stays out. David as well. But it looks like everybody else heading into the pits. It's a good time to put softs on now.
Storm was just qualified.
What?
Oops. We're migrating hosts currently as Storm has been kicked out of the session. I hope that doesn't cause any problems.
Okay, is that gonna... Is a DSQ down to... I don't know if you can see on Race Director what happened to Storm, or we can get him on chat.
I'll take a look. I'll see if... Let me see.
Yeah.
Incidents.
Our third safety car period. We've also had a virtual safety car. It's really been dramatic, and we're now down to 9 runners with the exit of Will and Storm.
Blocking the pit lane is what it says. So I think
did he hit the pit wall?
I think he hit the pit wall and got stuck there.
Ouch.
It was unfortunate.
Ouch. Yeah, that is instant dismissal kind of coding from the game makers. Whether it was justified is another story, but that seems to be our explanation for Storm. So, look, going to have lots of cars on fresh softs. 6, 7, 8, 9th position, all on fresh softs.
So FedEx has put himself in the 5th place. We'll see if he's able to hold it.
Yeah, because he's going to be the first one vulnerable to all those newly fresh soft runners. And I really can't make a guess at this stage, because those bottom 4 drivers are just going to be so racy at this point, and the field's going to be going to be really condensed. 5-lap-old mediums are not going to be able to compete to the end with fresh softs.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Maybe the safety car is coming in this lap. Everyone is packed together.
I think Dawidek is condensing the field just on the off chance, but the lights are still on.
So it looks like we will go around another time.
We will definitely go around, yeah. So we will have 5 laps of racing, I imagine, because we can't be waiting for the field to condense again.
Now.
Whoa, no! He will. I presume he'll be able to get round and catch the back of the field.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem.
FedEx to P4, and really, David has missed his shot to pit.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe he just thinks that with the safety car and the fact that he's been on these tires now for 2 safety cars, possibly could last the rest of the race.
I mean, I'm sure they'll last. I don't think he's going to be at risk of puncture, but in terms of being able to race against the rest of the drivers, I don't like his chances.
Yeah, I think in terms of the at least the medium runners around him, I think he is on the tire disadvantage compared to them. And especially on tire disadvantage to the guys behind him in sauce. So we could see him falling back pretty far.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I think we need to look for is the battle between Dawidek and Cohen, who are 1 and 2 right now.
Yeah.
Because that battle is so incredibly crucial for AlphaTauri in this race, as we've been talking about all night long.
Yeah, and we'll just have a quick look at fastest lap as well, see who's got that. I imagine it's going to be... Oh, it's actually Pricey, fastest lap. No, wow. Yeah. So in terms of, I mean, we can look at positions won and lost, but with the amount of retirements we've had, it's not a great measure of success at this point. The success measure will be at the end of the race, especially with these pit stops. I imagine many of the bottom order drivers here will be the top order at the end of this race. Strap in, folks, don't go anywhere. This is really going to be a dramatic finish to our race. One thing I'd like to ask the Barmy Army is who is their second favourite in Celeritas? Who are their alternate drivers to support? Will it just be the other Ferrari driver, or do they have another favourite?
That is, I would actually like to know that. Looks like lights are out on the safety car. Yep, lights are out.
Excellent. We're about to go green then. Yeah. Maybe could you stick around at the back of the grid for us, Branch, and try and track what happens with all those fresh, soft runners? I'll ride on board David and get a good view. David manages to run into the back of Cohen and take out part of his front wing, so a difficult job has just become virtually impossible for David as the Dawoudek restarts. Cohen a little bit tardy behind him, and David, of course, is going to be on a voyage into the unknown in terms of downforce through the first few corners here. He's on cold tyres, old tyres, and he's got a damaged front wing. FedEx,
trying to make movie.
yeah,
Goes to the back of him. He's on the back of him now. Moving him to the outside.
Goes to the outside, locks up, but is going to tuck in, try and get the drive out. It's everybody overlapping each other.
Pricey! Oh my goodness, what a move! He passed all of them!
Fantastic work from Pricey. Due to some, I guess, some kind of contact. FedEx is sweeping across the track. Oh, move under braking, and it's all drama into the first chicane. David being spun out to the side. Death Dragon getting hyper aggressive. The cars are just all over the track, Branch.
Yeah, this is unbelievable right now. That was just a little bit too aggressive by FedEx. He was weaving a bit and just put himself into the side of the Williams and couldn't do anything about it. Waits down the inside of Pricey now, but backs off of it. As now Fry Pepper gets around FedEx, who I assume has damage on at least the right side. He's missing his right end plate.
I just don't know how David managed to hang on, but Pricey gets the inside through there.
Death Dragon completely missing his entire front wing right now.
Yeah.
We saw David and Cohen collide at the beginning of that safety car, so both of them have penalties, but I believe at least Cohen's will get removed.
Here comes... Oh, Waitsy was going to go for a move down the inside of the final corner, but David pitted and swept across his front. That's always a risk into the final corner. Trunder's up to 4th right now, and Waitsy tucked right behind him. He's also got Fry Pepper looking strong. It's all action. I almost promised you action at the end of the race, and I'm glad I did, because it really is happening everywhere. Fry Pepper putting his nose at the inside of Waitsy, not really an overtaking zone, and that's cost them both in their journey up the grid. Cohen has been big time gapped from Dawoudek. It looks like the Barmy Army don't care for whoever does well in Celeritas, as long as it's not Pricey. by the look in the chat. So Pricey not made many friends, but he's on the podium right now, and he won't care if he gets a podium at the end of this.
Still battling for 4th is Trunders, Waitsy, and Fry Pepper. It has been a fantastic battle. Oh, and wait, what happened to Dawoudek? He spun! Dawoudek spun!
Dawoudek!
He's down into 4th place now! Oh my goodness!
He's okay. His car's running, but he's on old mediums. He's dropped down to 5th place. Could this race have gone any more wrong for AlphaTauri tonight?
Absolutely not. And unfortunately, although this is going to give Pricey the absolute best opportunity, we're going to see is behind a man on old mediums.
Yeah,
we're going to see a battle for
here's Pricey. He's already catching him. He's within DRS zone as they enter turn 1. Pricey licking his lips. He can taste the celebratory beer on the getting ready for him. I'm sure there's a cold one in the fridge, but it's going to stay on ice until he crosses the line. It's lap 26. Everything has happened tonight. 0.7, 0.6 of a second for Pricey. It's got to be down the next 2 straights you fancy for Pricey here.
Yeah, he wants to get this move done as early as possible so he can extend that gap Fry Pepper now looks, as we look back a little bit, is making a move on Dowdek. Dowdek down into 6th place now.
Wow.
He's just not, although he comes back a little bit, but I think Fry Pepper is going to have the track position there. So just an absolutely unfortunate race now for AlphaTauri. It looks like Cohen could win, possibly. But
Cohen's got great straight line speed. That much it can't be denied him here. I think it's going to be interesting to look at penalty situation. Pricey only has to stay within 2 seconds of Cohen to take the win as things stand. But battling along the Abu Dhabi switchback corners and huge tarmac runoffs will often result in a track limits penalty. So it's still all to play for and nothing guaranteed for Pricey unless he can just get by Cohen.
Oh, Cohen got a little bit shaky there on the exit. You also have to remember that Cohen just got a 3-second penalty. I was about to say that the 5 seconds could get removed, but him getting that penalty almost guarantees that it does not matter at this point. So they are battling for track position.
Absolutely. Pricey can close right in where the grip is at a premium through those corners. He's taking big amounts of apex. He's going to go around the outside of the apex. There'll be grip out there for a soft tyre runner, and done. Move. That means he'll probably get DRS.
Pricey has 6 seconds now, so he's got to get a 3-second gap.
He really does need to get a move on, doesn't he? Yeah, absolutely. Fry Pepper and Dowdek somehow or other managing to race this race without penalty. But look at FedEx runner on 17 seconds. It's just full send, I think, for him right now.
Yeah, he might be going for fastest lap, I'm not sure, but Trunders and Fry Pepper are battling. Dowdek has seemingly lost all the pace he had after that spin.
I wonder if there's damage there, yeah. Because Dowdek hasn't forgotten how to drive. I mean, I know he's on old tyres, and he was going to be driving a defensive race, but surely there's some sort of damage on Dowdek's car. Somehow, David down 33 seconds from Pricey after just a few laps under the safety car. Pricey is gapping Cohen. He will want to get at least another 2 seconds, I think, of gap just to feel safe that he's got the win. I don't know if the Barmy Army are sticking with us, but they won't be raising a glass to this driver. Pricey racing the Ferrari. I'm sure you'll be pleased about that for cross-divisional purposes. D-rating, so he has used all his ERS in those battles, but it's the final lap. He won't care. He's getting away. It's almost a 2-second gap now as it just ticks over. So let's see what Pricey's got. He comes out of the hairpin and is gaining time all the time on Cohen. Waitsy, strong drive from Waitsy. We've seen him several times. He's in P3. Looks like the cars have stretched out a little bit. Maybe Fry Pepper might be challenging for a podium at the end here because of Waitsy's penalty. Fry Pepper has 0 penalties. You could play a tactical game and force your rival off the track if they don't have a penalty and hope that they manage to catch one. Yeah, that's an option.
Pricey trying so hard to get as much time as possible. He's up by 2.7. I believe 3 seconds is the magic number with Cohen's 5 second most likely getting removed, so Pricey's gonna have to get it at the end here. He's got
it's really close. 1/10. Half a tenth.
Wow, I think he might be able to get it. He's there now. He's
surely.
Hold on to it.
Oh, Pricey. We've had this before in races. Yeah, it's just ticked over 3 seconds. Pricey rounds the final corner, takes the win on track. The fireworks go off. Pricey wins in Abu Dhabi. Cohen comes through and gets the job done, but Fry Pepper gets them both, Branch, on the line.
Whoa!
Fry Pepper close enough without penalty and steals the win. So your finishing order on penalties taken into account is Fry Pepper from Pricey and Waitsy. Dowdek in 4th place gets a good finish in the end, but he won't be happy at all. We've got Trunders, Cohen, FedEx and David rounding out the final runners, but that was a breathless, incredible race to commentate on, Branch.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I can't confirm yet who is the winner because Cohen's penalty. Or actually, you know what? I'm not really sure. I did this. This is just such a bizarre race. An unbelievable action that we saw all race
really
long.
was. We're going to have to assume that Fry Pepper will keep this. He had no penalties at all. So let's make the assumption, as it's champagne time for Red Bull, that Fry Pepper secures the win. Pricey gets the second place. A very hard fought, strong pace win for Pricey. And I think that's Waitsy on the podium.
Yep.
All being well. the Barmy Army put their glasses down and they've picked them back up again, it looks like, as Pricey lost the win at the end there. Branch, please take us through the finishing order, such as it is at this stage.
So, as of right now, we have Fry Pepper in first, followed by Pricey in second, Waitsy in third, Dowdek the pole sitter in fourth, Trunders in fifth, Cohen sitting in sixth, barring any penalty removal, we're not sure yet. David in seventh, and then FedEx finishing out the finishers in eighth. With the DNS, we have Death Dragon, Storm, Will, Justin, Bruno, Snarf, Lightning, and Sirquineth.
Wow. So your podium, Fry Pepper, who we have never spoken to before. We've got Fry Pepper, Pricey and Waitsy on the podium. Dowdek would be an interesting guy to talk to, as my cat falls over in front of me. So apologies for that. But yeah, Dowdek would be an interesting person to talk to, but I imagine he's probably not going to be able to keep his language under control. He doesn't even manage it when he's happy. So yeah, death taxes and Pricey bottling it is a good quote from our stream audience. We'll hang around. We'll try and get hold of some of our drivers to talk to, as retaliation, accusations, insults swing out all over the place on our league. Yeah.
So just trying to invite some people right now.
Excellent. Thanks, Branch. Well, Fry Pepper said he's happy to do the interview, so that'll be pretty cool. Fry Pepper, before I come to you, just make sure your party audio setting is set to share for me, because often we just have a one-on-one chat with our debuting party members. But Fry Pepper, were you as surprised as we were to take the win at the end there?
Yeah. I didn't expect to win this one.
That was such a dramatic race. It looked like you had really good pace though all the way through and managed to race clean.
Yeah.
You seem pretty excited.
I'm a bit shaky right now.
Definitely, I can imagine so. Well, tell me while you can collect your thoughts. What's the background to your name? Is it like a chili pepper in your language?
Yeah, sort of. But you know, when you set a new name, you get some names on the side.
Yeah.
And there was Fryer, and then on another name Pepper. And I thought, yeah, why not?
Good stuff. Okay. Well, what about your race then? How did it go? How were you feeling all the way through?
On the first stint, I was thinking of for the two-stop or the one-stop, but then the safety car came, and I was more thinking, and I wanted to stay on my strategy that was the one-stop.
Yeah.
But then a virtual safety car came, and I had to pit for it, and then I wanted to stay on the mediums, but then another safety car came. Then I thought, yeah, why not go on the mediums again? Then another safety car came, and then yeah.
Yeah, we lost count. I think it was 3 full safety cars plus a virtual tonight. Branch,
Yeah.
any questions from you? I don't want to hog the press conference.
No, I mean, just the fact that it's your debut for Celeritas, you're already winning races, and in dramatic fashion, I might add. Just great. What does it feel like to be able to come into the league like this and immediately have this kind of a finish?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. It's nice to win in a debut race, of course, but yeah, I don't know what to say now.
Is this normal for you? Are you winning races all over the place?
No, 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 definitely not.
Well, I mean, yeah,
CLE Storm is my CLE Storm is my teammate in another league, and there my races are not that good, but here it
wait,
seems to be good.
very good. I'm glad that he's recruited one of his friends onto the Red Bull team. He did the same in one of our other leagues in Formula C and managed to get hold of a fantastic racer. I think he cherry picks the very best teammates uh, to be recruits for his teams.
Yeah.
I've been given some information that says that you are now the only other Red Bull driver to win a race in Celeritas, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic. How about qualifying? How did you feel you represented yourself? Were you pleased with your result in qualifying?
Yeah, I was. I didn't think. First, I was like, I think I'm gonna get pole, but then I can't say his name because it's
Dawidek?
Yep.
yeah. He smashed my time, and then I was like, damn,
Yeah.
he's fast.
He is fast, but there is something in Celeritas you may not have seen before, but it's the Celeritas pole sitter's curse, and it strikes about 90% of the time every time.
Okay,
The
no,
pole position will have a problem in the race, and it proved to be true again today. Although for Dawidek he had multiple problems. How about are you going to stick around with us, Fry Pepper? Are you one and done? Or are you going to hang around and compete in more races with us?
I'm definitely gonna hang around, so
Excellent.
you can see me definitely next season.
Excellent stuff. There may even be an opportunity to race in our Formula C Championship as well. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I'm in it in the
Oh,
Formula
cool.
with the multiplayer cars.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I have my own
Oh
team.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet. Yeah,
he joined us
you're
in.
doing the new liveries, aren't you? So have you got a
Yeah,
name for your team yet?
yeah, it's a Frown GP.
Awesome.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Well, great to talk to you. Congratulations on the win and great drive today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Fry Pepper. Branch, do we have anybody else?
I think Pricey's here.
Pricey. Hello, Pricey. You were looking so strong tonight. Well, it's just all emotion tonight in the press conference, Branch.
Yeah. So we were watching you at the end there. We really thought we didn't even notice that Fry Pepper was even close to being able to catch you. We saw that you were able to beat out Cohen, who we believe is gonna get that 5-second penalty removed. We were watching to see if you could get that 3-second gap, and you did just at the very end. But then Fry Pepper just overtook you. I mean, just talk us through that specifically.
Remember, we're an entertainment stream, Pricey, and we're proud to present Division One in Celeritas. I understand.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. So you had the Chelsea match on, a party with non-teammates, and you were racing as well. So not being particularly careful in terms of distractions, but it worked out tonight. I'm not sure it
I'm
matters
being
what
told
questions
to.
I'm asking you because I don't think anyone
Before we
can
have,
hear you either, Pricey. Unfortunately, there's
yeah, I was
some
gonna start. Yeah.
setting issue, not quite set correctly. No problem. So yeah, we can ask the same questions or different questions, or you can just reset and collect your thoughts for a moment. Do we have anyone else on the chat yet, Branch? And we can come back to
Not
Pricey.
yet. Let me see. Who was our third place finisher? Waitsy?
Waitsy's always good for a
I'll see if
line
I can
at the end of
get
the
him.
race. Yeah, I'm not sure what you've done to upset all the Barmy Army, Pricey. But
what do you mean?
So Will's Barmy Army arrive. They're still with us on the chat, and we asked them who their second favourite Celeritas driver was, and they were unanimous in it not being you. So I just wonder what.
It's fine. Like I thought Will was like the favourite driver, like the fastest driver. I was expecting him up near the top, and somehow he ends up binning it in a wall. So, or did he retire on track? I'm not too sure.
No, I think he did lose it coming out of the first chicane after the long straight.
Oh, okay. So, bottle job.
Well, making friends and
Ferrari
influences
teammates.
people is absolutely the Pricey promise. But Pricey, we were talking about your journey through the grid. You must have been hoping to get the win and pretty devastated as Frypep underlapped everybody on penalty countbacks.
Yeah, it's a thing that sucks with the game, but obviously you just have to get on with it and just try and not get penalties. I was quite shocked to find out that I was actually on 3 seconds and 2 warnings. So when I next cut at the corner, it was quite annoying.
Yeah.
My timing board was glitched for the last 2 laps, which said that Waitsy was 6 seconds behind, and that Thingy was another 4 seconds behind. So I wasn't actually fully sure where he was, but I was literally just trying to do quali laps at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you had great pace at the end of the race and looked like you made all the right strategy calls, do you think?
I think at the beginning, if I really wanted to, I should have gone to mediums again, and then just pit at the end. Like if there's not a safety car, probably would have jumped up quite a lot of places.
Yeah.
I think pitting at the end for softs was the right thing, but I don't understand why my Ferrari crew was sat in the garage for like 9 seconds.
I think they were probably crying about Will's exit.
Yeah, to be fair, is it the Barmy Army? If it's the Barmy Army doing the pit stops, no wonder I'm getting awful pit stops.
Well, I believe Will is hoping to have a right to reply, Branch. But Pricey, Hardlines, I don't know what your commiseration drink of choice is, but I hope you get one or two.
Yeah, I'm only going to get a glass of water after that.
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by and giving us your view of the race. We'll hope to have a better result for you next time.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers, man. Waitsy, I think you've joined us in the middle of that.
How you doing, Web?
How you doing? That was a great result, especially if you're not feeling particularly good.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was certainly more than I was expecting. Just sort of got to about an hour before the race, and I was just kind of like, I'm not really feeling it at all. So I wasn't really prepped for any sort of decent race, but it kind of turned out all right, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain with P3, but there was
no.
I don't know what the hell was going on behind me, but we have like 7 retirements tonight, something like that.
More than that, actually. I believe it was 8.
Yeah, I think we had
wow.
more retirements than finishers, unfortunately, which is not necessarily unusual in Division 1.
It can get a bit ropey in Division 1.
It's hard fighting, I think. We're going to go with as a.
Well, yeah, we'll stick with that. We'll stick with that.
But we talked to you last week, and you said possibly a podium was on for the next race, and it's been proven true. So your journey into better form seems to be on the up.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen with pens and such. I mean, I got a 5-second penalty. I think it was the first safety car. Caught the guy, literally nose to tail with the guy in front when the safety car came out. He's hit the brakes, and obviously I've tapped the back of him, got a 5-second penalty, and then served it in the pits. So obviously that can't be removed, which is a bit suckish. But you know, it is what it is. The rule is the rule. But yeah, it's certainly been a better performance from myself in the last couple of races. So, you know, I think, I don't know, was it top 7 last time and potential podium tonight? So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Absolutely. Branch, anything from you?
No, I mean, yeah, I don't think I have any questions. I'm if I'm being honest, I cannot remember what you did in the race. So
I just went about it quietly and reasonably efficiently by the look of it. So I'll take it.
No, you're happy with your strategy tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I took the decision at the end to go back to the softs.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it turned out to be the right call on my behalf, sacrificing a better track position, but had the fresher tyres at the end. Yeah, I'm not going to complain too much. You know, the strat was okay. The odd incident here and there I could be a little bit better with, and you know, the 3-second pen, you know, without that, I think I got that with about 3 laps to go, something like that. You know, it could have been even higher.
Any drivers you can call out for good battles with tonight?
I think I had a couple of good battles with David, and I was following Pricey reasonably closely for a little while, at least, anyway. But yeah, I think I was more scared of the people that were going off around me, to be quite honest. I mean, I saw Davidak went off with about, 5-6 laps to go. He ended up.
Yeah.
I don't really know what happened to him, but he really had the pace today, and you know, incidents by the look of it have cost him certainly a good top 3 finish. You know.
Yeah, and it could be even more devastating for the team, because this was the race of opportunity for AlphaTauri to gain on the Haas team in the championship, and it all went wrong for them. Couldn't have had much worse luck today.
To be honest, I haven't. I really need to check what the standings are. To be honest, the last couple of races I haven't really seen. So, you know,
well, I guess if you're not in the hunt for the championship, it matters not very much, as long as you're not in the relegation zone. But it's kind of our job, so we try and track it.
Absolutely, yeah. If we didn't have you guys, we'd be screwed.
or you'd be less distracted in races. I don't know, one way or the other. But yeah, great to talk to you, Waitsy, and yeah, great drive. Really, really good to see you on the podium tonight.
Appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the comms.
Cheers, man.
All right.
See ya.
I don't know, Branch. Did Will speak up, or is it time to call in a night or an afternoon for you?
I think it might be about time, honestly.
Cool. Okay, Will, I could probably predict a few things that Will would likely say, and they'll all be sporting cliches chained together. So maybe fill your own in. Give us your best guess of what Will would say in the chat, and we'll check them out later. But yeah, what about Branch's closing thoughts tonight?
Well, you know, as they always say, the cream rises to the top. So.
And then gets battered down to the back again in this race.
Yeah, it was just about everything you could have expected from this race didn't happen.
Yeah.
3 safety cars in a VSC is just unheard of, especially in something like Division 1, and just like everything happened. So many different strategy calls that were made that ended up not really even needing to matter at the end, but
yeah.
You know, it was just a fantastic race to watch. Lots of battling all the way through. That we didn't really have any dull laps.
No, absolutely, yeah. Just when the gaps opened, we had another safety car, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, it was another great Division 1 race to commentate on.
It definitely. Yeah, I'm sure it's better to be commentating than driving them, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate all your comments, Branch, and you showing up to commentate for us again. Really good to have you with us. And I'm about done tonight. I'm about ready to get a drink myself. So thanks very much for all the contributions to the chat and all the loyal watchers we've got. Thanks for spending your Saturday night with us. Remember to tune in on Tuesday night. No need to go looking for the stream link. If you just press the subscribe button, we're all good, and you'll see us as soon as we arrive. But 8 p.m. on Tuesday is our next race. That's UK time, of course. And we will see everybody for divisional races next weekend, as long as toys are not thrown too far out of prams, as they appear to be heading in that direction in the paddock chat in Discord. Find the link on the YouTube channel to join the league if you like what you see or like what you've been watching. And thanks very much, everyone. We will catch you all on the next race day.
Thank you.